Welcome to St. Augustine this evening, the Mike Davis Show. It is Tuesday, February the 13th, otherwise known as Breakup Day across the country.
Oh, man!
That's Davey, hoping he doesn't get broken up on today.
Just don't date. It's the best thing I can do.
We've got a great show for you guys tonight. We've got a guest. We have Davey sitting in with us, and the most amazing producer ever on the 904 Now Network is also with us. And she would say hello, but she's fixing cameras. So while Amanda's doing all of that, we're going to do a couple of reads, make some money, and then we'll introduce our guest. Don't get broken up with this week.
I won't.
Try not to.
Definitely be fine this week. Something tells me.
All right, Davey Kresge and Associates. They're a full-service local CPA firm with a team of skilled professionals dedicated to providing top-level service in the areas of tax compliance, planning for businesses, individuals, estates, and trusts. They also do audits, reviews, and other accounting services. And if you need a business evaluation, a forensic analysis, or litigation support, you can reach them at 904-460-0747. Call Bill or Ken. You can also reach them at abearkreskecpa.com. They're great folks, and they'll do a wonderful job for you.
Hey, speaking of great folks, don't forget Bozard Ford Lincoln in St. Augustine. Their goal is to make your time and experience of buying a car stress-free, fun, and enjoyable. Bozard is a family-owned Ford dealership that has been in business since 1949. Bozard Ford Lincoln has been the recipient of numerous dealer awards, including being ranked #1 automotive dealership in the nation by Dealer Rater. Bozard Ford has won back-to-back President Awards, which is the highest honor given by Ford Motor Company. Check them out today or go online. Head over there to that Ford's Garage and get a 904 Now burger because you know it's the latest and the greatest. We love them over at Bozard Ford Lincoln. Opening their doors in 2008, Brightway Insurance, the Casey agency, has proudly stood by their customers through hurricanes, major floods, hail, and fires. Through these events, the agency has become a much-needed insurance resource in the times of trouble and hardship. Honesty and integrity are the pillars of their core values, says owner Ashley Casey. They pride themselves on being insurance experts while developing strategies that help our clients meet their insurance needs. They truly enjoy relationships that they forged over time, and the office has a real love for St. Augustine, which inspires all of us to be at our very best. We love them over there at the Casey Agency.
They insure this show.
That's awesome.
And the rates didn't even go up when you came on as co-host.
Well, they knew I was not a liability.
Solar Stick, established in 2006, is a local portable power company proudly committed to American manufacturing, constant innovation, and creating jobs right here in St. Augustine, Florida. Solar Stick's focus on providing solutions for self-sufficiency helps users all over the world complete missions and save lives. Solar Stick, changing lives, saving lives, and reviving American manufacturing right here in the nation's oldest city. Now, where I go to the lovely Jackie Hurd calendar.
Beautiful calendar. Thank you, Jackie.
Beautiful. The most amazing pictures. Shrove Tuesdays today, Mardi Gras today, and World Radio Day. What is radio?
What is radio?
Do people still do radio?
No, they're in the podcast
They're in podcasting. They're into podcasting, otherwise known as Pete Melfi Day here.
Yeah,
at this place. Yes,
there it is.
That is the Pete Melfi Day around here. That's how we know that.
Celebration.
And we always do different announcements. So we have one today. There's a save the date.
Okay.
Chocolate and Beyond 2024. It's Saturday, February 24th, 2 to 4 p.m. at the Classic Car Museum, 4730 Dixie Highway. You can buy tickets. I wish we had somebody that was coming on to tell us about this.
I think we do.
What?
Yeah.
How did you do that?
Let's bring her right in. Snap.
Davey is amazing. Cheryl Freeman, welcome to the Mike Davis Show. Welcome to the 904 Now Network.
Thank you. Your dream came true.
There it is. Chocolate and Beyond, right?
Other people's dream come true.
I love it.
Yes.
I've got to ask you right away. Milk chocolate or dark chocolate? Which way do you swing?
Yes.
Oh, I love you.
Yeah,
right. I love it. That's awesome. What do you?
You had her at chocolate.
Right, for sure.
Dark chocolate.
Okay, yeah, me too. I like a dark chocolate.
I am a dark
Amanda?
I am a dark chocolate fan as well.
Oh, very nice. Yes. Very nice.
Wait a minute. So while we're talking about I know this is not on the subject, but Reese's premiered, I guess, on the Super Bowl, right? The caramel Reese's Pieces cup. Any comments? Anybody as a chocolate lover?
Okay, I'm a Reese's aficionado.
Me too.
Okay,
Me too.
so
Yep.
there's a couple things on the market right now that you don't need to try, and the first one is
Yes.
the Reese's chocolate-covered bananas. They're horrible, you guys.
No.
Not good at all.
Not okay.
No,
They
thank
won't be there.
No, okay,
No,
good.
no,
Definitely not good. I don't know why. And there's
See, they do know chocolate.
well, Costco used
Yes.
to carry it, but now Walmart carries it, and so therefore, it's not for me. But the chocolate-covered animal crackers. Oh, Mike, that's world peace in a bag. Oh, so good. You can only get them at Costco.
I'm a big leave it alone, right? So
Yeah.
I'm with you, Mike.
the original Reese's are great. It's got
True.
the perfect mix of peanut butter and chocolate.
Well, that
And
was their campaign for a while, perfection.
It is. And then they went, well, let's mix this up and
Yeah.
put more peanut butter and more chocolate in and see if people like it.
Oh,
And
like the big cup stuff?
Some of the big cup ones just don't taste as good because to me, it's just not the right mix.
Yeah.
You gotta have the right mix. And they had the right mix and it was perfect. And I also love them frozen.
Well, speaking of mix, Chocolate and Beyond, February 24th, has a mix of chocolate, right? What are we talking about here, Cheryl? Can you paint a picture for us?
Well, long ago, those of you that remember long ago, it was called the Chocolate Gala.
Oh, right.
And it was all things chocolate. And then we got people interested in bringing other stuff. It's like, well, let's add them in. Let's
Add
add
the
to the
Beyond,
family. Yes.
In other words, let me explain this. Someone said I can bring free alcohol. And they said, you're in.
No way.
I think it was actually a smoothie.
Okay.
And their chocolate was smoothie. He warned us against
wasn't
it.
that
So,
great?
yeah,
Okay, yeah.
that's how it started.
But talk to us. What can we expect on this event?
Well, you come in, you walk into this lovely, heavenly room with all this food, and the samples are endless. They come
so
from
you
2 to
sample.
4. Yes.
Cool.
So you walk up, you get a sample. You go to the next table, please. Don't park too long. You can make your way back, but so you do that as long as you want. We have a silent auction with tons of things. So come over there for a great bargain.
That's fun.
And then the ticket also includes a tour of the Classic Car Museum. So you get it all in one swoop that day.
That's a beautiful museum, too.
And what does it benefit?
The proceeds benefit two things. The Task, and I'm sorry Rich couldn't be with us, Task is a fundraising arm of both RSVP and for giving out some teacher grants. So RSVP, formerly known as the Retired and Senior Volunteer Program, is a program for seniors, and I have to watch because we're with the school district. I'll say seniors, they'll think, oh, 12th grade. It's like, well, it's the other seniors.
The seasons, yes,
yes.
the seasons people.
We understood that to mean Troy Blevins.
Nasty.
55 and better. So,
Yeah, Troy Blevins. I said that.
You got that
I
one.
100% said that.
Ding, Mike 1, Troy 0.
and they are going into the schools. They are mentoring students that are just really having a really hard time
Yeah.
in life right now. They are tutoring students that just need that extra push or extra support. And once they get it and that light goes on, it's like, yes, woo.
So how can a teacher tap into those resources? Is it that they see like a student that might need a little extra help and they just send an email over to Task and be like, hey. you have
Well,
any
no,
good-
actually, Task is doing the fundraising, so
Okay.
they're all about this.
Okay.
But then they help support RSVP.
Oh, so RSVP
So they
swoops
call
in.
me.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm like the recipient.
Yeah.
And then Rich was going to talk about Task, but I'll tell you what.
That's cool. Okay.
So they help fund our program. It's a federal program sponsored by the school district, but we have to have matching funds. You know, feds are the feds.
Absolutely.
So that money helps us meet that match to continue to get more and more volunteers and help more and more students.
Cool.
And then if there's other funds, which there have been in the past, they offer teacher grants that maybe the funds ran out in other places and they can come and
Sort of like
to us.
bridge like grants or things like that they've already previously gotten, like classroom initiatives or things or
Yes.
technologies or things.
And we're very open. They can just make the ask and see if, the
Nice.
board, and they've given out some really good things for students.
I love that. Yeah, because a lot of time there's like a gap between what a teacher is going to ask. We're like, I need a bunch of hypothetical iPads, because we're going to do this study, and maybe this grant will only fund $800 of the iPads. Well, then they'll swoop in and pay for the other half.
Right, and we have given iPads before.
Okay,
Yes.
super. Okay, perfect. So there was a great hypothetical.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a great idea. And TASK stands for Teacher's Aid for Student Knowledge.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. So I just wanted to get what TASK was. If someone was asking, well, what's TASK?
Yeah.
Teacher's Aid for Student Knowledge. So that's they're raising the money you're getting. So I have a question. So this is a really good chocolate fundraiser. Can you smell the chocolate when you get out of the car in the parking lot?
Parking lot, I'm not sure. In the door, you can. The smells are just, they're wonderful.
I believe it.
They are just wonderful.
How have you seen the event grown over the years?
It has evolved.
Okay.
When I've been with RSVP 23 years, and this is 31. 31 for Chocolate and Beyond. So
the good years have been since you've been there.
Right,
Okay, got it.
right. And there's nobody here
The
to deny
sweetest
that.
years.
So, but there have been. We've had it at night. We've had it during the day. We've kind of moved with the times and with the economy and stuff
Right,
like that.
yeah.
So I think we're at a good spot. We're in the afternoon. It can be a family event. It can be something you're doing before a nighttime event, or you can just come in and enjoy it and go home and smiling.
Yeah, absolutely. And talk a little bit about the silent auction. That's exciting too, because like you said, there's some discounted services that we buy every day anyway.
Right.
So you might as well, participate in this and get a deal.
Right. There are a lot of people that are donating items. I just got a gift card today from Brisky's.
Oh, cool.
So, gotta love that. Panache.
Yay.
Love you, Megan Wood. They give, and Christy, love you.
Yeah.
And they
They
give
do a lot.
things. Yeah,
Love
they do.
Panache.
They're so good to
We
the
just had
community.
Pal on this afternoon, and they donated to their silent auction too. Yeah, like remember, Love Your Mother's coming up. I'm the MC.
I think that's where I met you.
Oh, I Love Your Mother.
Was it Love Your Mother?
It's a
It was
great
out
event.
at the the Hyundai?
No.
Kia.
No, maybe. No, it was it's always a DeFeo.
Oh,
it one of the
Volkswagen.
DeFeos. Yeah,
That was a Volkswagen.
Yeah.
It was out there. I think that's where I met Davey.
Probably.
He doesn't remember me, but I remember
That
Davey.
was a great moment. But yeah, now we've taken it up a notch and we're at Blue Water Jewelers.
Sweet.
You got to go. You'll like it. It's a lot of fun. I made Pete go. And he actually had a great time.
Can I be Pete's plus one?
You can be
Okay,
Pete's
all
plus
right,
one.
then I'm
That
gonna
would
go
be
if I can be
perfect.
Pete's
That
plus
sounds
one.
like a rowdy time.
Yes,
You
that
and Rob
does.
Nettles, absolutely.
Woo.
So back to Chocolate and Beyond. Talk to us about like the different vendors. How many pieces of chocolate are we talking about here?
There's quite a bit.
Okay.
And we actually have termed them culinary artisans.
Oh, we like this.
So it's just more of a descriptive of what they're doing. So you can go by and get something from Peace, Love, and Little Donuts. Have you guys
love
been
them,
downtown
yes.
and gone over
They're
there?
very, very good.
They're incredible.
Yeah, and then
Love you, Jen.
if your sweet tooth is okay for a while, you can pop over and get something from Harry Seafood or maybe a little bit of pizza. I know Meehan's is going to have some sweets over there. They usually bring sweets. Raintree has been with us forever.
Lorna, incredible human being.
Yes,
Literally
again.
saint of St. Augustine right there. God, I love
Community,
her.
Yep.
just community loves her.
Just saw her the other day.
Why do you
Love-
undersell it when you call her a saint?
Oh, I just love her.
It's like a multiple sainthood.
Incredible lady.
Yes.
No nonsense, but all love.
Yeah.
I'm looking at all you have some phenomenal.
Yeah,
that
Savannah
are
Sweets,
coming.
Carnival Sweets. That gives you an idea right there. Pick your sweets.
Wow, that's a lot of fun. Do you rest your palate in between testing? Like, is there like water stations or anything like
Yep,
that?
water will be there. Coffee
Fabulous.
will be there. Yes.
Cool. Cool. Very nice.
That is
And you can look through the silent auction items. You can take the tour in between,
How many items are you
digest
thinking
a
you
little.
have in silent auction?
About 60.
That's nice. That's a good
Yeah.
good choices there.
Yeah, I just love
any of them
seeing
a
how.
dentist. Just asking. Any of them a
Any
dentist.
dentist? Who
Any
needs a dentist?
That's a smart idea.
Asking.
Who needs a dentist?
The people that eat chocolate.
True. Oh, there it is.
I was thinking about
the.
the results of the phenomenal chocolate tasting.
Yeah, you can get like a dentist spa
Yes.
treatment at the
Yes,
end.
you
Yeah,
can
like
get-
a
There you
Yes.
go.
Next year they're going to make so much money off
I'm
the dentist
saying,
part.
Jeremy Gordon, we're looking at
Yes.
you, buddy.
Yes.
Oh, good stuff. So there's water there. What else was I going to ask you? I had some other stuff. Your favorite chocolate moment.
I don't know who this little boy is, and I wasn't there when the picture was taken. But to see the picture of the little 4-year-old with the dark hair and then the dark mouth with chocolate all over
I
it.
love that. That's the beyond part.
That stays in my head. Yeah.
Oh, you got cutie pies. She's going to be there?
Yes.
Oh,
Fan
so
favorite.
good.
She's so great.
Yeah, she helped
Bethany's
us sponsor
greatest.
our 0.5K last year.
Yeah.
So yeah, we love Bethany.
No, there is just some amazing. Now I have a question because it looks like some of you are 5-star pizza and Pisano's pizza. So is that covered in chocolate too?
No, that's going to be your savory. That's part of your Beyond.
Okay, cool.
And
Okay.
just if you're wondering, I did help to rename the event and just make a guess on where I got it from.
Chocolate and beyond. Oh, I'm going to say Toy Story to
Buzz
infinity and
Lightyear.
beyond. Oh,
Yes,
right.
that's
That's
it.
like the first trivia question I've ever gotten right on the show.
Yes, it
you
is.
realize that's the
It is. Yeah. After 1,461 tries, Davey
you.
has one right.
You just had to get the right question.
I'm on the board, you guys. Climbing the pop chart.
Disney trivia. We now know what not to do, right, Amanda?
I mean, it could be fun.
It could be fun. Amanda, you would definitely win.
I would
Definitely.
take you down at Disney trivia. Well, if it's old Disney, if it's new Disney, I haven't seen new Disney in years.
So let's talk about chocolate. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie Chocolat. Have you ever seen that one?
Yes, Johnny Depp.
Oh God,
Oui, oui.
it's such a great. Have you seen that?
I have not, and I
You need to.
I will.
It's definitely
that
worth
has
it.
pushed me over. I've thought I needed to.
It's such a
Okay.
great story about this this lady who's like a chocolate gypsy. Literally, she'll go into a town and like make it all sweet and fabulous, and then when the winds take her, she goes off to another area. But it's
So this is not the one where he sails in on a pirate ship, steals all the chocolate
No,
and leaves?
different one.
no, well, he is a pirate-ish kind of in this movie,
He's
right?
also a traveler.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, she knows
Traveler,
her
I love
chocolate
that.
movies. All right.
No, she's
so-
our buff. Yeah, she knows every movie.
It's kind of fun for this time of year also, in addition to Chocolate and Beyond, because it takes place during Lent. And so there's like this big scandal that she opens up
That's
this
right.
indulgent chocolate shop during Lent. And so there's like the really faithful Christians who are trying to stay true to Lent. And
Yeah.
then she brings in all this magical, life-changing chocolate.
Juliette Binoche, great actress.
Yes, that's fantastic.
I don't blame her. I blame the people that were silly enough to say they wanted to give up chocolate for Lent.
Well, they were giving up everything. So like the
Everything?
leader of the town was on like bread and water for
Right.
40 days.
Oh, wow.
And so he was really struggling.
That's not Lent. That's a prison term.
That's
There's a difference between the two.
that's
today's Fat
traditional
Tuesday,
Lent.
right?
Today is
Fat Tuesday, yes.
Have you guys ever had a king cake? Have you had one?
My husband makes them.
Really?
to my
I've
house
never
tonight.
had a king cake for next year though, because
Come to my house
you
tonight
can only have
and
it
you
tonight.
can have king cake.
I
Sorry.
have a question for her.
Yeah.
Because we were just talking about this last night. So the little baby Jesus.
Yeah.
Do you see it on your fork? You don't put it in your mouth and like squish the thing, do you?
Yeah. What's that? all
Well,
about?
so it's
That
baked.
concerned me.
It is baked in the cake, and you most likely it's not small enough to not see it when you spoon out, and so usually you see it when it's cut.
Okay, good.
And so, like, it's not that small. If you've ever been to a baby shower where they put the little plastic babies in the cocktails, it's the same ones.
right.
Cheryl, you and I got to get out more. I mean, we just absolutely have to get out
haven't
more.
had, like,
a
babies
little
everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Thank
so
you
fun.
for Amanda. That makes me feel a lot calmer.
I
welcome.
had never seen the king cakes. This year, I think I've seen like 5 or 6 references from friends that have
Yeah.
sent pictures of king cakes that are all from the Louisiana area. And I'm like, I did not know what they were until this year.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Until
my
this-
husband makes them from scratch. He's been perfecting it for a couple of years, and he kind of became known in all of the different places he's worked in the past few years for bringing in king cakes.
That's a really good. I had no idea.
We'll set you up a table.
Yeah,
You
we
want
can
to
do
bring
that.
them on.
Chocolate and beyond.
Oh, here's
Would have been nice if we had one here today. Just saying.
Right.
Just say
he made one for his work. He didn't make me one to bring to you guys. Here's Chocolat, by the way. That's the movie poster.
Definitely see that movie, y'all.
I
It's a
see
It
great.
was the
that.
first time
Yeah.
I ever thought Johnny Depp was hot. So if that says
I
anything.
will give you that too. Yeah.
I know you liked him in Edward Scissorhands.
No, I didn't.
That
for
was
sure
a great
not.
movie. Interesting. So back to Chocolate and Beyond. What are some success stories that you've seen of the fundraising efforts? Like, what do you have any any feedback on grants or projects you've done in classrooms?
Yes, we we hear back some from the teachers that are, that appreciate, the things that that we've given them. The difference, and I don't want to say difference, but one little aspect of those grants is that we don't have as many rules as some grants have to have.
Yeah.
So one time there was at St. John's Technical High School, on the grounds of FCTC, they had a student that really wanted to go to the Washington, D.C. trip and just couldn't. So the assistant principal just threw it out and said, hey, can you guys sponsor a student? And
That's
they did.
Such a great story.
They did.
Awesome.
Little miracles like that it just kind of go so far for you probably changed that student's perspective of the world. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's so cool. That's why Chocolate and Beyond is so important to support, because there's little nuances like that throughout the year. Teachers reach into their pockets, $800 to $1,000 a year,
much.
right? They make nothing now. So this is actually a really good opportunity for them to circumvent the spending their own money on a lot of these projects.
And one thing on our senior volunteers, I went to my son's high school graduation at the amphitheater. It's so hot. But anyway.
We know the sound guy. Yeah.
But went to that and saw one of my volunteers. And she was there because she had been mentoring this student, and she was in the homeless program, and she'd been mentoring her for so long. She was, one of the people in her coming to her graduation.
Wow.
So these relationships can go on, even past their time in school.
I love that.
It's really great.
Giving opportunities to people that absolutely deserve it. That's awesome.
No, I think that's awesome. You get to go have fun. You get to have chocolate. You get to have all the other stuff that's beyond associated with this. And then the proceeds help kids that really, truly need help. And you guys are kind of cutting through a lot of that red tape. If you don't have all those rules and regulations, and people call and they say, hey, we need help with this. And you go, yeah, we can do that.
Yes.
As opposed to, no, we don't exactly do that. And that's not what that kid needs to hear. That kid needs to hear somebody out there cares enough about you to help.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So good stuff. So you got some great sponsors for this, I'm seeing. I'm looking here. We've got FPL is on this list.
Woo-hoo.
Amazing. Ruby Level.
FPL brings the energy to the event.
I believe that's the truth. Yes, that's their beyond. Yeah.
That's a good dad joke for the day. No more dad jokes. That's a good dad joke for the day.
Big shout out to Corey Kaplinger from Edward Jones.
Yeah.
We know him in town. He's a great human being. I know him through BNI, actually. BNC Financial Advisors, the world famous St. John's County United Way.
Yeah.
1565 Woodworks, First Coast Hearing. We've got St. Augustine Law Group, Water and Water, South State Bank, who sponsors this show. We love them very much. And Vested Metals. Very nice. Great lineup.
Yeah.
It's going to be super
Great
successful.
people.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's going to be great.
We're excited.
You guys got fun. You're gonna do an awful lot. How many volunteers do you put into in the school some RSVP? Just on average, or so?
I thought you were going to ask about the event.
No.
Yeah, do you need them for the event?
No, we've got them.
Okay,
Yeah, because
obviously that's what you do. Yeah.
our RSVP volunteers, they help in the schools, but then we have single projects and stuff. And that's one of the most fun. They'll sign up for that one quickly.
That's fun.
Because,
Good.
hey, you're
right?
working a little and
play
you're
a
eating
little.
a lot.
Right.
Yeah. But right around 100, 120, right in there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Great.
That's fantastic.
The mentorship.
And it's
important.
the one-on-one or the small groups. It's the stuff that really makes changes.
Yeah.
So just got a question. All over the county, or do you see certain areas in the county that need more mentors and more help?
Good question.
Yeah, if a person comes to us and says, I'll go anywhere, we try to put them first into Title I schools because they need the most support.
Right.
There are some volunteers that say, hey, I'm up in Ponte Vedra. I don't want to go that far. So there are students in need in any section of the county. But we do have people in Ponte Vedra going to Webster, and they wouldn't go anywhere else.
And I think that's that misconception, because you want to just do a blanket on everybody, right? You go, well, people in the northern part of the county don't need help. There are kids in the northern part of the county that desperately need help.
Absolutely.
Right? Just because they live in the northern part of the county doesn't mean that everything is perfect in their lives. And then I do think that sometimes St. Johns County forgets about the southern part, or some people do that don't understand what Webster and Murray and Crookshank and all those schools that are Title I schools look like. And there's a lot of need there. And there's not this huge PTO that you have in some of these northern schools. So it's really important that you have volunteers going into those schools and helping those kids.
You said it. Did we get that on tape?
No,
Because we need
definitely.
to-
Yeah, we can hit record
we
on
need
that.
we need to redo that
But
one.
how do you do you also, because there's a lot of philanthropic ears to St. Johns County School District. Do you ever partner with other agencies like Take Stock in Children, for instance? They have their own mentoring program.
Right.
Do you ever intersect with that, or you just basically stay where you guys are needed?
Take Stock is one of our partners,
Cool.
if you call it. And there are a handful of RSVP volunteers that do Take Stock in Children.
Because I heard mentorship. That's where
Right,
my buzz
right.
went on. Okay.
Our mentors might be Take Stock in Children. They might also be helping a student in the homeless program,
Right.
or they might just be in the general one that we call youth motivators.
Awesome.
That's up to us to do the paperwork. They're
right.
just going in to see the student.
I always wondered the balance of everything like that, just making sure that everybody has the checks and balances of getting great support to somebody.
Yeah, I think, and because we need people so much, like Jim and I, or maybe it's somebody else changed
No, it's
now.
Jim, yeah.
We're all for, okay, let's get them in there. No matter
Yeah.
how you want to, what label they end up taking, let's get them in there. Hugs is another
Hugs. Oh my
group
gosh,
that we help
amazing.
with our episodic
Yeah.
things and all. They're great.
The sheriff just did this incredible Christmas campaign with them and trying to get resources to kids who needed some clothing, who needed some gifts and things, and just to get them feeling confident, because that's the important part, is getting early education, getting them learning how to read and understand the school period. They get in there, they're feeling better about themselves, and then their education sets sail. It's amazing to see that.
Yeah. And we have pre-K volunteers that go in there.
Cool.
If only there had been someone to help you at a younger age. If
only.
only there had been someone, Davey.
They did not bring their best.
Like David.
But good stuff. I love all of this. This is wonderful, and it's a great event to support. It's a tasty, sweet event.
I just like walking into a chocolate place like that and
Smells
just
so
smelling.
good.
It's
Like a Peterbrook or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, poor us. We had to go to Peterbrook and talk to him the other day.
Oh yeah. Oh
poor
my
things,
goodness.
you poor
It's so
things.
difficult. How can people get tickets to this?
They can go on our website. It is, I put it down there.
Oh, it's right here.
Yeah.
Ticket.
TaskStJohns.ticketleap.com.
That's why we
Yes,
love
thank
her.
you so much.
I'll put that in comments.
And
Clay
if-
doesn't do that. I'm just saying, Clay doesn't do that.
She's on top of
Yes,
it.
she is.
or if they call my office at 904-547-3952, we will get them set with tickets. We will have tickets at the door, but you can only get them if you promise to come.
Awesome. Oh, Cheryl, got it. I put that in comments for everybody.
And again, it's February 24th, 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Am I getting that right?
That's right.
Yes, 2 o'clock to
And-
4 o'clock.
We do have some military and senior discounts and educator discounts.
Oh, hey, that's
Big,
cool.
fat educator
Good.
discount.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Does homeschooling count?
Have them call us.
That's a great question. That's a
We
great
have a
question.
homeschooler in
We have
here.
the queen of all
Yes.
homeschool.
You know.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
That is a thing.
Yes.
Amanda tours all over the state of Florida and teaching other families on how to survive. in
No, Amanda
education.
does not.
Love it.
Amanda's too busy chasing after her own kids to do that.
Awesome stuff.
No, it sounds like you guys have a lot of fun. I really appreciate you guys doing this for so many years to help kids.
Yeah.
And, there are so many groups in St. Augustine that quietly do things, and I count you as one of those groups that make St. Augustine and St. Johns County what it is. So thank you for all the volunteer hours, the behind the scenes stuff that you're doing, and do not OD on the chocolate.
No.
Yes, sir.
It's a sweet way
Hasn't
to
happened
support.
in all these years. That's good.
And then I want to know what Menorca and Mike's is doing for chocolate stuff.
Ooh.
They are. I was trying to make something up, but nothing came to
I
me.
was too, and that's why I asked you.
Well, it could be like a daddle chocolate. That could be delicious.
They
Like a little
give
spice.
their daddle jelly,
Okay.
and then we add sour cream and the little cracker, and
Yeah.
That is the
That is really good.
Oh my gosh,
Is
that's
it?
so
It's really
good. Yes,
good.
you've not had daddle jelly with
I
sour cream and a cracker.
I've had that, yes.
You have not lived.
But my
I don't care that you've been to New York City and you know all these fancy people. You have not
it
lived.
is delicious, yeah. It's wonderful. On a cracker.
So I
what
have
kind
a
of cracker
question.
do you eat? Like a Ritz?
Ritz crackers are okay.
Triscuits are what he served them on.
Why? I just feel like Triscuits don't do it for me. Really?
again,
They're
it's
not
got
my
to be the
favorite.
regular.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't want the flavor.
It's
there
got to
a-
be like the Reese's. It's got to be
Gotta
the
be the
regular.
regular.
Is there a sourdough cracker?
I'm sure like Keebler Elf has
Stonehenge.
something.
There's
yeah.
some of
there
the
has to
stone
be.
crackers are. I mean,
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. The Ritz is okay.
Ritz is standby. That's
They're
Troy's
okay.
favorite
It's kind
too.
of like the staple.
That's what Troy says.
Yeah. Saltines.
My my youngest daughter will eat Ritz by the sleeve if I let her. She loves them.
So you were a sports dude that probably played a lot of pranks. Did you guys do the saltine test where you have to put like 15 saltines in your mouth under a minute? It turns into cement. I'm still digesting it all these years.
No, because we were all smart enough to know when we put 2 in our mouth, it turned to cement. And so, no, you didn't put 15
Tried to
in
be
there.
cool over here.
no,
Tried to be cool
no.
in the cafeteria.
No,
Yeah.
we did not.
It's a
So I
good
have a
homeschool
question.
project though, Amanda, if you want to
Oh
try
yeah,
that.
I'll get on that. I've got a question for Cheryl.
Yeah.
If we have members of our audience that want to volunteer to go into schools and to be a part of RSVP, would they find that on your website?
Yes, they can go to rsvpstjohns.com. They can also call the school district number, 904-547-7500. Ask for the volunteer lady or the volunteer department.
Got it.
Okay. I found it on your website. It says that you need to fill out a school access form first.
Yeah, that's for anyone going past the front office of a school. And it takes about 3 minutes to complete, and then we do a couple levels of background screening. And as long as the computers are talking, it can be really fast.
Is Miss Carla still at the front desk in 40 Orange?
No.
Did she retire?
She did.
What an amazing,
She is
intrepid
wonderful.
individual.
She is wonderful.
Love talking to her. She thought I was nothing but nonsense. But she was like, all right.
She knew you well.
She knew me so
She
well.
had you read
God
like a
bless
book.
her.
It was like an end of an era when she retired.
I believe it. She, amazing
So you
lady.
might be able to get in the building now.
I might not be able to. Oh, jeez. Mr. Forson! I promise I didn't mean to say whatever we said.
Whatever
That
I
was
said.
Troy that said that.
Right. I get coaxed in the morning. I'm innocent.
No, they told us to have the red carpet ready for whenever David came. Just have it ready.
Roll it out. I love it.
Looks like you're wearing the red carpet tonight.
I am. Well, it's Valentine's Eve here.
It is Valentine's Eve.
Yes. And
Yes.
I'm in my berry era.
Y'all are in a very Gaussian blur right now. I'm going to have to fix that camera.
Oh.
We're in a blur.
Touch
You're in
the
a blur.
screen
I know, right?
to focus. Oh, I see the, yeah.
Yes.
Actually makes me look younger.
You're very Marilyn Monroe right now.
Kind of dig it.
Davey, you've never looked better.
I know, right? Thank you. Brought to you by
I
Omar
mean, Mike
Mitzvah.
Davis, it takes 10 years off.
So, Mike Davis, how was your day, sir?
Yeah, it was really, really good. It was busy. It was
Yeah?
one of those, we ran 100 miles an hour, so I was very grateful for all of the work that you and Cheryl did to put this together.
See how nice.
And have all of this information so that I would look semi-intelligent.
Yeah, you just roll right into an interview. How nice is
Amanda
that?
knew otherwise. He worked with me yesterday. She's like, he's not this smart. Somebody prepped him on all of this stuff. But no, you guys did a phenomenal job. When you sent out a questionnaire, I'm like, I've only been doing radio interviews for 11 years. This would have been nice 12 years ago.
This is something that, we've been doing for like the last 6 months, and it really has kind of helped everything
Really good and very,
pull
very
it in
helpful.
together.
So,
Very nice.
all right, one more time, February 24th, 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock, Classic Car Museum. You can go to get your tickets at, Amanda?
I had it.
it's in
Task.
comments.
It is taskstjohns.ticketleap.com.
Yep. Or you can call 904-547-3952, and they will help you get tickets, and you can go have chocolates and more.
Or click the link in comments that I just put there.
Yeah,
Very
you can
nice.
do all of that. Yeah.
Awesome. Support this awesome organization, everybody, and click that share button. Thank you,
Chocolate
Cheryl,
and
so
beyond.
much. This is
Yes,
awesome.
thank you guys so much.
So happy you're here.
Thank you. The next part of the show is advice column.
Yeah, I do need a lot.
I like
but
you.
I'm gonna-
You're very, very nice.
Yeah, you need a helmet.
Run, Cheryl, run!
I just want to hear 2 questions and then I'll take
yeah,
off.
sure.
Okay, I want to see them in action.
Oh,
Go ahead,
my
Dave.
gosh.
If I go like this, Davey,
Oh.
it means change it up.
You
just a
got to
little
be out of
bit.
here. Yeah, I get it.
I can start with one, and I don't even have to look it up. So it was a Taylor Swift
Okay.
Swiftie. It was a young lady who was dating a guy, and she refused to go watch the Super Bowl at the guy's parents' house because the parents did not like Taylor Swift. She did not want to hear any negative comments about Taylor Swift.
I don't blame her.
And so she just said, I'm not going. You guys can go watch the Super Bowl, say whatever you want to say, but I'm going to watch it all by myself. And then she went to the Reddit, Am I the Jerk?
Yeah.
It's a different one than that, but I'm trying to
Is it
keep
called Red
A-hole.
Flag?
I don't remember what it was. No, that was when Travis Kelce hit the coach.
Oh, geez. I mean, I can dive into that too. You're in sports. You know that people are very passionate.
I gave him a complete pass yesterday.
I did too.
It's just one of those spur of the moment.
I mean, same thing with Troy.
Taylor's fans did not give him a pass, though.
Troy has been thrown out of many games. You know this, right? He was on air and said this. Yeah, he said he had a hot fire temper. I said, you've never seen a beast in the Speedo until you met me.
No. Troy was worse. Troy would look at his assistant coaches in baseball and go, you got to come get me.
Oh, yeah?
And then the coaches and the players would have a vote. Because Troy would not back down from the umpire.
Yeah.
So if the assistant coach didn't come get him, he was going to have to get kicked out. And there were several times that his players and assistant coaches and managers voted to leave him out there.
Oh, really?
In which case he'd look over his shoulder like they knew they're not coming. And then he would say the couple of words that you're not allowed to say, and then he'd get kicked out.
Yeah, he definitely takes it up a notch.
Yes, so he had no choice. He did get kicked out at those instances. So, yeah, he can...
Not you, though.
I have never been kicked out of a game. I did walk up.
Did you get penalized or something?
I've gotten technicals before. I've earned those, but I did walk over. We were playing in a tournament, and my kids were playing up an age bracket, and there was probably the best team in the next age bracket up. So they're 2 and 3 years older than my kids, and they're just crushing us. And I just went over to the official. I said, "Look, I don't expect to win the game.
Yeah.
I'm not here to complain about, really how you're calling the game. But if you don't slow the game down, one of my kids is going to get hurt. Oh. So occasionally just blow the whistle.
Wow, so
right?
you were that dad.
I don't really feel like we have a snowball's chance of winning this. And I know that. I'm not over here for that. I just need to just slow the game down so my kids don't get hurt.
Okay.
We're 2 and 3 years younger than this team.
Wow.
Right? So just occasionally blow a whistle before somebody does something silly. Yeah. I know. I was just being honest with them.
All right, so I got my first question for you.
All right, let's go.
Is this a red flag in a guy? Here we go. Or a significant other. So I'm talking to this person I met on a dating app. We've recently started chatting via call. But whenever this person rings, they're constantly complaining about life and how crappy it is. He's lonely. Is this a red flag? It literally happens every single phone call.
So my first question is hopefully there's been more than 1 or 2 phone calls.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
So if there's been 5 to 10 phone calls.
Yes.
And every phone call
happening.
is a mopey phone call.
Yes.
I don't think that's going to change.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. There's always the one-off, and you go, okay, well that's a one-off.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, if you're a dude calling and complaining to a girl about everything, you're going to get this. You're going to be online with them complaining about you doing
I'm
that.
saying flag on the play. I'm saying it's a red flag. Yeah. What
I'm
do you
saying
say,
red flag too. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm in. I'm in here.
Yay!
I ain't got no camera, but I'm in.
So you're saying red flag, Amanda. Because you got to be what? Positive panda nowadays.
Of course. Come on, turn off this camera.
What?
Oh, there we go.
That never happens.
I think it was the sheriff.
I think it was the she was there.
So is this a red flag?
All right.
So me and my girl, and I'm just reading this, so don't judge me on my English here. So me and my girlfriend have been together for over a year.
Shocked is what I'm saying to that first sentence.
It's very Judge Judy of you. Just got a place together. She's been cooking a lot, and unfortunately, I have put on 30 pounds.
It's love weight.
Okay. Right. It's the honeymoon weight. I decided that I wanted to go back to the gym, and she fussed while telling me that she likes my little belly and wants me all to herself. Ooh, red flag.
She's playing the long game.
I end up not going because she seems so upset, but that really just made my stomach turn, and I can't stop feeling weird about it. Is she holding me back? Oh, red flag.
So I just saw a comedian do a skit about how you can tell a guy's faithful if he's got a little pudge.
Oh, yeah?
Is if your guy has abs and he's in a relationship, then he ain't faithful. He's cheating.
Well, or they have an open one, right?
He called it the fidelity belly.
Oh, it's like the anchor.
Yeah.
Too many saltines.
So is that the girl saying, I was attracted to you, right? But I don't want anybody else to be attracted to you, so I'm going to make you ugly.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to make you fat and overweight, so that way you'll only stay with me.
It's her way of marking the territory.
I have seen this before. I've seen this you get the love pudge. Yeah, that happens.
I will tell you a story. I will not mention names.
Oh my gosh.
I will not mention a single name.
Story time with Mike Davis.
I will not. But I was talking to a guy, this has been 10, 15 years ago. And we got talking about business, and he was a business owner. And he said, I will never have life insurance. And I said, why will you never have life insurance? He said, well, if I have life insurance and my wife knows she doesn't have to work hard to stay in shape in case something happens to me.
Oh, guacamole.
So if she's going to have to go out there on her own after I die, I know she'll be in better shape and better looking.
That is dark.
I looked at him and I was like, oh my gosh. Well, that's exactly what this woman is doing to this guy, feeding him high-fat food, right?
No, it's
the same thing.
It's a similar
It's
end
the same
result,
thing.
but it's a different thing. It's not I want her to stay hot for me, so I'm not going to let her know it's easy street if I die. It's I'm going to make you unattractive to everyone else so I can keep you all to myself. I mean, one way or the other, it's still like I get you the way I want you and only me with you.
Does the next paragraph, she's buying him really ugly clothes and telling him to wear those?
I'm saying, like that could be the next step, right?
Yeah.
Just really kind of, circumventing his public image. All right, next one. This person's in a long-term relationship, and lately the spark has fizzled out. How can my partner and I rekindle the passion and excitement in our love life? Help, Valentine's is tomorrow. Ooh. How can it go out to dinner? Make some time for yourselves. Are we just in the same rut of life? You know what I mean? Rinse and repeat.
Well, yeah. If you feel like the spark is fizzled, then you start adding the romance in.
Yeah.
Once you start adding the romance in, once you start flirting, once you start like pinching the bum and like planning dinner.
Yeah. Don't expect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't expect it to just magically stay there without you doing anything.
You're in control of your own
add
destiny.
it back.
Yeah.
As long as that person's reciprocating and matching your energy, then you're in a good place.
Thoughts?
Mike's like, I don't know.
No, I do.
I've been sparked this whole time.
You got married because you love being around each other and you were physically attracted to one another. So you got to keep that going.
For better, for worse.
I think that's a huge part of a relationship, and I think that you have to work at that. There's nothing in a relationship that just rolls, right? I mean, you got to work at these things. And if you're with somebody, I've been married for almost 35 years, right? So there's things that sometimes it just are easy and roll. And there's sometimes you go, okay, we really got to work at this.
So how do you find when, because you know there's going to be like those hot topics that you discuss in life. Like there's definitely a time and place for things when you discuss, right? Because some couples are out there, they just air out some dirty laundry.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you could be just out with friends. And I think there really needs to be a balance there.
I'm going to prove to you that I know when to discuss.
Okay.
I'm still married for 35 years.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. You better dish out something nice.
Right now.
Yeah.
Very few times. Yeah, there's just things. I mean, there's stuff that's yours and your spouse's that gets discussed. You don't air that at dinner with a bunch of friends.
Right.
My rule is if I would be embarrassed that he said it about me, if he talked about me at my weakest or my worst moment, then I'm not sharing the equivalent thing about him. If it would embarrass me if someone knew it about me, I'm not telling.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah, I think it's constant work. It's a lot of communication.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of understanding. I mean, because the thing that's interesting, I've said this for a long, long time, our generation got married young, and we had like the longest life expectancy. So somebody that was married for 40 or 50 years when we were kids, that was amazing. But a lot of my friends got married in their early 20s. They could reasonably expect to live to be in their early 70s. That's a 50-year marriage with a lot of potentially your friends, right? Some bad doesn't take them out. They don't get divorced, right? So that was the first time in human history that when you got married in your 20s, we could expect to be together for 50 years.
Yeah.
Humanity hadn't really done that, right? I mean, you have to, so yet you really had to work at it. It's not an easy thing. It's something, it's not go, oh, well, 50 years is a piece of cake. I mean, back when my grandparents were married for a really long time, right? It was a different world. It was a completely different place.
Completely different world, yeah.
And you think of the changes that have gone through just in our lifetime. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. How do you feel about this and how do you feel about that?
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's just a lot. And then you add family on top of that and friends on top of that. And there's a lot of stuff.
Yet there are some legacy love out there that is just amazing. You know what I mean? Like you've seen some people that have been married for 60, 70 years and that's just like, wow. You know that there were dips and turns into that relationship and just that they still came to the table at the end of the day. I love that.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. My partner has a habit of leaving their socks all over the house. Okay, how do I address the sock epidemic without causing a laundry disaster? I'm in sock hell. Mike Davis, please help.
I've already answered this once to a certain degree.
Did you really?
Yeah, I kind of did. It was something similar to that.
Communication?
Well, that's part of it, right? But it's just socks.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I'm not, it's just socks.
Could be worse.
Just pick the sock. It could be a whole lot worse, right?
Yeah.
The police coming knocking on your door because your husband's an embezzler.
Yeah.
Your husband being
Or he's
involved
not
in
coming
the
home
drug trade
again.
and someone shooting up your house, right?
Yeah.
They're just socks.
Yeah, they're just
right? Now, there's probably something that you do that he compensates for, and he says, oh, it's just this, and it's not a big deal, right? So I look at some of those little things, I'm like, I am not dying on that hill.
Right.
That's not the hill I'm going to die on.
Right, it's just socks. Let it
Yeah,
go.
it's just socks.
Yeah.
So you could also be a little funny with it, where you post on the refrigerator, like a punch card for number of pairs of socks you put in the hamper.
Yes.
And then like $150 piece of jewelry is your prize once you put them all in the hamper. So he watches them add up so that he knows like $150 is going to be subtracted
Yeah.
unless
Make it
I
a
start
game,
putting it
yeah.
in the hamper.
100%. Now, if you really want to be diabolical, so that was the easy answer to the question, but if you really want to be diabolical,
Yeah.
you just pick up one sock. And you hide that someplace else in the house, and then he never has matching socks.
Yeah. You could do that too.
Now, I'm going to tell you what most dudes would do.
Okay.
They would go out and buy
Would not
the
care.
50 pack of socks.
Right, and just throw it all over. So typical. That's so typical.
So my parents have the very old school marriage of my mom doing all the laundry, and my dad didn't even know how the washing machine worked and didn't care. It was a magical mystery that he was not interested in discovering. And so when I started having babies and my mom started driving all the way to St. Augustine from where they lived, and she wasn't home as often, he just started buying socks whenever he would run out, socks and underwear. So when I helped them move to St. Augustine, he had a drawer this big and that deep, full of socks.
Wow.
Only socks.
I've got a drawer that deep and that big of
we were like, we can donate them. They were all Walmart white socks.
no,
they were all the
yeah.
exact same
I need
socks.
compression socks. I know, yeah.
He just didn't want to do laundry.
Davey needs color in his socks.
I do.
No color in his socks. Davey's not wearing that white sock stuff.
I only wear stance socks.
Yes.
That's it. They're the nice ones. They hold the foot like a cocoon.
Yeah.
What are they called?
Stance, STANCE.
Okay.
They're great socks.
All right.
Okay, I got a couple more here real quick. Husband makes so much noise when he eats. What's a girl to do?
Put on music.
Turn the TV
Put
up.
on music.
She said, cover it up, put on some Lawrence Welks, and just sit there. And you're okay.
I just said turn the TV up. Right? Turn the TV up.
You guys are not going to address it. We just went from communication to non-communication.
Well, like, how are
Pick your
you
battles, I'm assuming.
You could have the conversation of being like, hey, have you noticed that you make lots of sounds when you eat? You could like put on What About Bob? And when he's making all of the sounds during dinner, you could be like, oh, that reminds me of you.
Oh, that's a
and
good
open
way.
the door
Okay,
to the
okay.
conversation.
Open the door to the
and
conversation.
then you have that conversation. Maybe he's not aware of it. And you could make him, but make sure however you do this, if you open the door to have the conversation about it, then do it with love and with humor. Don't be like, you're driving me crazy and I'm going to kill you. Like, that's not the good way.
So hang on. This is one of those ones where I need follow-up questions. Right? I need more information.
What About Bob is a movie with...
No. I got that right. So the complaint is he's a loud eater.
Yeah.
Did you go on a first date with him?
Right.
Did you go through courtship with him going out?
Restaurants were
Did you
probably
get
loud.
married knowing he
They
was
were
a
probably
loud
loud.
eater? Are you
Mr.
telling me
Davis.
that just now, 5 years in, you're finally having quiet meals and you understand what he sounds
Yeah,
like?
why all of a sudden now?
Why
Well,
now?
I
What's the
can
real
speak to
reason
that.
now?
The older you get, like there are some things that just change. Like maybe he wasn't a loud eater, and the older he's gotten more like sloppier, more expressive, and this is so good. A
little bit
like,
relaxed?
How are we talking? Is it like
I'm just saying,
smacking gums, or is it just like groaning and appreciating noises?
He's a very loud eater. Everyone knows he's a very
the
loud
loudest
eater.
eater.
Yeah.
She knew it at the time. He's a loud eater. Everyone knew it. They told her he's a loud eater. Don't dare him. He's a loud eater.
Yeah.
I mean, I would just, communication is very important, but at the time and place. So don't break your blessing and mind your business, around the certain time periods, and then, have the conversation.
And if you open that door to that conversation and then he comes at you with like how much you fart while you sleep, be prepared for that because that's a
bless.
thing. You probably make noise too.
In our house, it's always the dog.
Yeah, of course.
Lies,
Okay.
all lies.
So this is an interesting question. What are your thoughts on scheduled whoopee? If you're going to get,
Busy.
the time, right? I mean, look, busy, kids, got a lot of things going on. This lady's therapist said, what happens if you guys scheduled the time where you make love? Is that weird?
No, it's not weird.
Okay.
I mean, there are seasons when spontaneity is the key, and
True.
you've got the time. You're the girl, and you're the moment, right?
Hot fire,
But
yes.
there are times when life is crazy, and it's kind of like what we talked about the spark going out.
Mm-hmm.
You make it happen for you, and if that means you have to add it to the calendar, that means you have to add it to the calendar. Like if that means having a conversation with your husband and being like, "Hey, the beginning of my week is crazy, so like we can probably get busy at the end of the week a few times." Like have that conversation.
Right.
Be adults.
Be adults.
Be adults.
So scheduled is fine. Unscheduled is fine. Surprise is fine.
All of the above.
All of the above are fine.
Very
Yeah.
natural.
Yes. Just figure out what works for you, right? And
I think Bobby's comment was for a different question,
Oh,
but it's
yeah, yeah.
hilarious in the
Yes,
context
yes.
of
It
this.
is,
Depending
yeah.
on his dental health, maybe check his denture paste.
Bobby, that's a genius.
Probably
thing.
not a sex question.
boy, I hope not.
That's the loud talking question.
I hope
It's the
not.
loud
Yes,
eating
I hope
question.
not. Yes. Poor Bobby got hung up in the wrong conversation. No. I just think all of it is great, and you need to
Yeah.
schedule some of that time because sometimes it does get very scary. You have kids, kids and work take a lot out of your day.
Yeah.
All of the stuff you're trying to do around the house, and sometimes you gotta figure that out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
If it's not happening, just
What?
not like scheduling it or not thinking about it. If it's not happening because you're too tired, then put it on the calendar. And I have done this. I have scheduled time with my husband, and when you come up to that day, then all day you're like excited for it, and it's in your head that it's going to
And you're
happen.
prepped and ready to
Yes.
go. I gotta say that too. Like, yeah, it's like a
Like-
nice. You're
So
ready.
I have
Yeah.
a question for you guys.
Sometimes women have to like preheat the oven,
God
and
bless
having
you.
all day to think about it and dream about it and get excited about it can help.
Right. Absolutely.
So when you schedule 5 minutes, what do you do with the other 4.5? I'm just asking.
Not a question I've ever had to answer, Mike Davis.
Yes.
It was just right there.
Fantastic.
Do you watch the show together or something? What do you do?
Yeah. Go get some
Facebook
chocolate.
Reels.
Yeah. Facebook Reels. Yeah. TikTok.
Share memes.
Golly. All day long. Like a tennis sport. So that's some relationship advice column for today, folks. That was good.
All right, any big Florida Man announcements this morning on the morning show?
We talked to Lane Pittman today. He's the guy with the long hair with holding the American flag. He's
I
gonna
love
be
the guy.
singing The,
I love that meme.
He's in a band out of Jack's Beach. I did not know that. He's in
Oh, I
several
didn't know that.
bands. Very, very, very cool dude. And I asked him what his shampoo and conditioner was
Yeah.
this morning. He's like, I
little
like
jealousy?
the bougie stuff, bro. I was like, yes, my people.
A little jealousy there?
No, it was good.
Just looking for hair care tips.
Oh no! He's got a way different head than I do. Please,
Okay.
yeah. He's got that whole.
You don't want to go
Jesus
full
of Nazareth look.
full long.
No, it's
hair?
too thick. It's too
No?
heavy. Yeah. It
Yeah?
just gets real crazy. Yeah.
Oh, I would
He's
love
tried.
to
That
see you
means
with
he's
long
tried.
hair.
Oh, I have tried.
I would
I've
love
tried
to
on
see
this
you.
network for a bit. It just gets very,
Yeah.
very bush-like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a lot of hair.
Push like.
Bobby, don't answer that. Leave that alone,
Yeah,
Bobby.
yeah.
Stay out of that conversation.
I
No
love
weed
long
whackers.
hair, and I've convinced my husband to grow his hair long a couple of times.
Man
and
bun.
he does do the man bun. I love it. He has gotten like confused for celebrities when he has long hair.
Oh, wow.
It's funny.
Look at
There's
that.
like a Latino musician
I
that
got
Carlos.
Carlos the other day.
Let's go back to her earlier question that she sent in for us to answer.
Okay.
What is that?
Louis, get a crew cut.
No.
I can see it right now. Louis, get a crew cut.
Very
We can't have these other
military.
women looking at
No.
you.
Military boy. Yeah, you're gonna
Louis
circumvent.
does have nice hair.
He does have
He
nice
really
hair.
does have nice hair.
Luscious locks.
And
I'm not
like,
a guy that notices, but he has nice hair.
we were eating at Olive Garden when Aquaman came out, and the waitress was like, "So are you Jason Momoa?" I'm like, "No, like Jason Momoa is a giant. Like he's
Yeah.
not a giant, but he does have lovely hair."
yeah. Why?
The answer is yes. He'll sign an autograph for a free meal.
Was he in a
Well,
loincloth? That's
he
all
said-
he wears.
That's how we met.
Hey. Don't get involved in their scheduled time. You leave their scheduled time out of that conversation, Davey.
I'm not talking about my planner details with you, Davey.
Gosh. Talk about getting too personal, Davey.
Let's keep the spark alive.
Call it H&R.
We met around Halloween, and so we met right before Halloween, and so the next time we were supposed to see each other was on Halloween, and he showed up in a loincloth way early, and I showed up later in a naughty angel costume, corset, the whole deal. And he was gone by that point, but his friend that I had met with him was like, you got to come back up here. And yeah, it was a whole thing.
Wow, that is a moment.
Yes.
Well, good.
So yes, loincloths were involved.
I have questions, but I'm not going to ask any of them.
I can tell.
Let that moment just be a beautiful moment.
You can get
Darcy, I'll explain it to you later.
Yeah. Curiosity. Just curiosity. No. So 11 days till Florida, man. Mm-hmm. 11 days. I heard that Troy announced his candidacy for mayor today.
No, you did. He announced
I
it for
heard
you.
it was Troy Levin to announce his candidacy.
Well, we wanted mosquito control at first, so maybe you'd be more comfortable with that. I think you do a great job with that. Really get my... get my area really good.
So you're saying I can blow smoke. That's what you're saying.
Well, it might help you with your
recycling.
Mosquito problem at your front door.
I gotta tell you, the mosquitoes have been really, really bad.
Yeah.
I think we have moved to 2 really new seasons this year. So mosquito season is one of our seasons. Right? Because they were horrible in the fall.
Yeah.
They would carry you after. And now we have pollen season.
Wow, it's fierce this year.
It's
we have
bad.
pollen season.
It's bad.
I'm washing the car at least every day almost. It's just so
That's
so
so
lot.
sweet. You wash your car.
Yeah. Short shorts and a tank top. I mean, single.
Yes.
I wash my car, but Darcy makes me do it in sweats.
Oh my
No,
goodness.
I'm just kidding.
Only war.
Wait.
Wake me up
Are they gray
before you-
sweats? Because that's a thing.
That is
Is
a
it
yes.
really?
Yes, that's a thing.
You better, yeah.
Oh.
Careful on those.
We just
sweats.
found your loincloth.
Why are gray sweats a thing?
That's a thing.
Search it later.
Yeah.
Search it later.
Yeah.
Boy, I have stumbled into something. I'll be wearing gray sweats when Darcy comes home tomorrow night.
Wow.
Scheduled 11.
Many blessings.
No idea what I'm talking about.
Keeping it on the calendar.
Oh, dear God. No, I did not realize that all the major car manufacturers just had one color of car this week. Light greenish yellow.
Yeah.
That's what every car looks like. If you look in the parking lot, every car is covered in pollen right now.
Oh, yeah.
It is so bad.
I've never seen it this bad.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
I'm glad your singing voice is back to normal.
Yeah.
It's so bad the
Great.
mosquitoes won't even come out. That's how bad the pollen is.
Which one would you prefer? Mosquitoes or I will take pollen over mosquitoes.
I'll take the
any day.
pollen over the mosquitoes
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I will. Because I don't wash my car, so it's not that affecting me. It's not affecting me that much.
So does that mean Louis washes it in a loincloth?
If he's lucky.
She turned bright red.
If he's
The
lucky.
kids were like, "No, Dad, don't wash the car
Again.
No."
No, the kids want to wash it with him. It totally kills the vibe.
Put them in the crate. Just
Right.
All right, I did tease that we might have a show tomorrow. We're not having a show tomorrow because Amanda has to work at church.
That's right.
Because it's Ash Wednesday.
It's Ash Wednesday.
Oh, it's a moment. Yeah.
You're at church on Ash Wednesday, so we will take tomorrow off. We will be back on Thursday, regrettably without all of the vibe.
Without the vibe.
No scarf.
So wait, you're not gonna have you have what? You have Troy on though, right?
I do have Troy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to carry him through losing again to Blake in trivia.
Oh yeah.
Blake has been crushing them both.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah. He's like, I've got Asperger's. I never forget. That's what he said last
doesn't
week. And I'm like,
forget.
dude, why am I playing against you in trivia? This is not fair.
Yeah, you need to
Unfair
team up with him.
advantage.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but he has forgotten some things. I mean, the question
Yeah.
about sex in Houston was its own funny moment, so it
Yeah.
was viral.
It's funny.
That was funny. I did see that one.
How
Yeah.
do you get that again? Troy's response.
Hey, I love
You're
when he
not
says
my
hey.
son.
Bobby says he has to change his workout pants at the Y.
There, you
Gray
might have to,
sweatpants.
sir. Yeah, you probably
Yeah.
want to. Yep.
Bobby, that explains it.
Barbara Jean, you will definitely teach us all in comments. She's the best comment hostess ever.
Yes.
For sure.
She will.
We've got a major announcement on the afternoon show tomorrow with the great world famous Dewey Vaya and Chelsea Sadler. They're coming on and making a big announcement. I'm very excited to
Awesome.
to talk.
And they are with?
They're musicians in town.
Okay. Awesome.
You would love them. They're very, very cool, but they're doing something very awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Exciting.
All right. Have a happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Enjoy your time. Communicate with your spouse, and whether it's loincloths or sweatpants or scheduled or unscheduled, just enjoy yourself.
Just go to Chocolate and Beyond.
Yes. Love and lovin'. Bye.